Hey guys, today you're going to get back your clay bowl. Remember that we added texture to these. Today we're going to glaze them. Remember, glaze is that fancy paint that you put on clay and then it eventually turns into a nice glass finish, kind of like this bowl right here has glaze on it. When you're walking around with your bowl, you need to be extra gentle. Always hold it with two hands. If you drop this, it will break and I won't be able to fix it. So when you go to glaze these, if you want to use red, you need to go to the red table. If you want to use green, go to the green table. If you want to use blue, go to the blue table. You can use one color, you can use two colors, you could use all 6 colors if you'd like. It is up to you. At each table there will be some paintbrushes. These paintbrushes need to stay at the table that you got them at. Alright, so the red brushes stay at the red table, green stays with the green, blue stays with the blue. That way we're not mixing our glazes. We don't want that to happen. When you glaze, you're going to gently get some glaze on your brush and you're just going to paint it on. You might need to dab into some little cracks to try and fill in some spots. I'm using orange right now. Paint it however you would like. Also, don't forget to paint the back side. However, when you paint the back side, this is super important. We cannot paint the part of the bowl that touches the table when I set it down. Right? So usually there's kind of like this circular area that usually sits on the table. You cannot glaze that. So you're going to see that I'm kind of glazing around the edge of it. All right? Because when I put this in the kiln, if there's glaze along the bottom, it will melt itself right to our kiln. Then I have to break it to get it off the shelf, and that's not good. After I'm done with one color, I'm going to leave my brush where it's at, and I can move to another table. I think I want to use some purple now. I'm not globbing it on, I'm just doing a nice job glazing. You'll notice that it dries super duper fast. After you've glazed the entire thing, you can also see that I left this area open at the bottom. I need to go and I need to reglaze everything a second time. So I'm going to put another coat of glaze on. Try to remember which colors you use. So I'm going to put orange on top of my orange, red on top of red. Don't forget to do the back side of it as well. That's because if we don't put enough glaze on, it won't show up very well. So we need to put 2 coats on. Actually, we're going to put 3 coats on. But I usually put one entire coat of glaze on first. Then I go back and I do it a second time. And then I'm going to go back and do it a third time after I've done all of these. Notice I'm smoothing out my glaze. Alright, I've glazed it 2 times now. I need to go through and I need to do it one more time. So that means I'm painting each color that I do 3 different times. Alright, so you can see I'm going through and I'm adding one more coat of glaze. Trying not to put it on too thick. Alright, when you are all finished, these are going to go on the back counter. Remember that when you pick it up, you need to use 2 hands, and you cannot put it on the back counter before you have 3 layers of glaze on. Alright, so remember how I painted the entire thing? Then I went back and I painted the entire thing a second time. Then I went back and painted the entire thing a third time. When you're that far, you are finished for the day, and you are reading, sketchbooking, or free drawing when you're finished.